Hi, everybody. Welcome to Economics. My name is Mr. Glossinger. I'm so excited that you've decided to take this class this year. Right beneath me is our classroom, although unfortunately we're not going to be able to meet in that room for a little while at least. There's kind of a dorky looking picture of me over here where I would be, and a random clip art picture of a student that probably doesn't look anything like you. But I am just really excited that you've decided to join Economics this year. Before I forget anything else, we have a class website. It's called glossinger.com. It takes you to the school website, and we'll kind of make my face a little bit smaller. And what I need you to do is go ahead and join the Google Classroom for Economics. You click that link right there and take care of that. That way we don't forget. So what we're going to talk about in this video very quickly is 5 quick questions. Who's this teacher? Like, who am I stuck with this whole year? What's this class about? How it's going to work? How are grades going to work? And then what are you supposed to do next? So really quickly, my name's Daniel. I've lived all over the place in Ghana and Tennessee and Missouri, and most of all, just know that I really love teaching. It doesn't even really matter what subject it is. I just love getting to know you, and so I'm really looking forward to that day in class when we finally get to meet. Because obviously this is a strange environment, I'm recording and doing all these classes actually from my basement, and right above me, on the floor above me, my dog usually sleeps during the day, so he might make himself known, and sometimes my wife might as well, so who knows, it could be also starring them. What's this class about? So really quick, right? Because obviously you're going to learn it, is 2 semesters, 1 semester about micro, small economics. It's about how do individuals and firms or companies make decisions. For the 2nd semester, it's going to be macro, big economics. And that's like, how's the economy doing? Good? Boo. And what do we do about it in those 3 circumstances? You can also earn personal finance credit for this class. Basically check that graduation requirement. Tons of details about that in the syllabus, including a how-to guide that I have set up for you. There's also advanced placement exams in economics that this class will prepare you for, and there'll be more information about that later, but also in the syllabus. In case it sounds like a broken record, the syllabus is really detailed and has a lot of nitty-gritty stuff in it that might answer some of those questions you have. How's this class going to work? So every week I've put together a list of here's some videos to watch that will teach you content, where they're lecture videos where you take some notes, and there's some practice problems that apply the skills and ideas that are in those lecture videos. Those are all housed in one Google Doc called a problem set, and this is actually, that picture right beneath me is a picture of the first page. Now, unfortunately, for the first week or so of school, I'm not going to be able to get you a paper copy, so you might want to print out the first few pages for yourself. You don't need to print the whole thing. You'll get it with your paper copy of your textbook here soon. But if you can't print it out, it's not the end of the world. You can obviously make a copy of the Google Doc and type it into it. You can write on your own paper. It's totally fine. I'm never going to collect your problem set and I'll grade it. It's just for you to keep all your stuff in one place. In addition, there's going to be optional practice problems periodically that I'll say, hey, you might want to take a look at this module in the textbook. And that very first one is right here beneath me. It's module 1, the study of economics. If you do the practice problems at the end of those, I'll give you a little bonus credit too on the tests. We're going to have synchronous meetings. Every once in a while, right, 2-3 times a week, we'll meet. And for the first few minutes, we'll ground ourselves, take a couple of deep breaths, check in, take some announcements. And then it'll be time for you to, if you've already done the lectures and the practice problems, you can ask me every question in the book, right? You could ask me whatever you want about those. If you haven't had a chance to do them yet, then that's time for you to do them, right? So we'll do some breakout rooms and things like that where you have time to work during class on those materials. And heck, if you're working through it and you go, wait, what about this? That's fine. You can jump back in and ask me a question. Every so often, we're going to have quizzes and exams to check in on your progress and just measure how well you're understanding the course goals. So this is how grades work, right? We're going to have quizzes, and we're going to have 5 unit exams. In the semester, there are 10 quizzes. Each one is usually once a week or so. They're all pre-announced, and they all are 6 multiple choice questions. They are word for word the same questions that are actually at the end of the practice problems in those optional practice from the book. So they're not meant to be gotcha. They're more meant to be like a quick check-in, hey, how you doing? For multiple choice exams, those come from a huge test bank that I am going to make entirely available to you. So you can actually see every question that will appear on the multiple choice tests through practice quizzes. And at the end of a unit, you're going to take that test online by yourself at home, and you'll get a score. I'm going to go ahead and put 10% on top of that in the grade book. So let's say you get a 70 and you're not feeling very good about it. It's going to go in the grade book as an 80. That's still not great, but hang on, I got one more thing for you. There will also be 5 free response exams. I'm going to release those on a Wednesday, typically of a week, and those will be due on a Sunday at noon. So you'll have a few days in which to put those together. Optional stuff. I already told you that you could get those bonus points for extra practice. Huge numbers of students tell me over and over again that that's really helpful. So I really encourage that. Second, you can do test corrections on every multiple choice test in this class, and you'll get half credit back on those. So that 70 would become an 85. And you add that 10%, it's a 95. That's not too shabby, right? So I really encourage test corrections for you. And last, there's going to be one free response retake that you get to choose which unit you want to retake. Most students choose to do that around November or December, obviously, after they've seen most of the tests. So don't sweat the grades, don't stress. We're going to be just fine together. What to do next, right? If you didn't join the classroom at the beginning of this video, do that now, right? Click that link and it'll take you and plop you right into our Google Classroom. Second thing you need to do is read our weekly schedule. Now that document is available on that classroom. It's on Google Classroom, but I want to show it to you right here. So let me move my face out of the way a little bit. I'm going to minimize myself. Now, the first slide of the weekly schedule is going to be, here's the big picture. Here's how to read it, right? And, it'll say lectures start with L, practice problems start with PS, extra practice is EP, quizzes start with Q. Due dates that occur during the week are in red. So let's take a look at the first week, right? This is when we're going to meet each other over here. We're going to welcome, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Econ. It's going to be really quick, just 20 minutes to say hello. Then the next session is going to be a quick little group building activity that hopefully helps you think about economics in a new way. I'm going to answer any questions maybe you might have specifically about the syllabus, or like how we take tests on KIA, or this thing called Fred and all that kind of stuff. I'll talk through some of those. And then there will be time for you to work, right? You can work on the lectures then. You can do the practice problem here and the lectures here. You can work on the extra practice. Again, I'll be available for you to answer questions for you, to help you out. And if you've already done them, right, then you're good, okay? So down here at the bottom, here's the link to join the classroom, the link to read the syllabus. I want you to just skim it over, right? And if there's details you want to know, they're probably answered in the syllabus. There's a Google form that I need you to fill out by Sunday at noon, and it's just to tell me a little bit about yourself. There's a couple questions about the syllabus to say, hey, did you read it, and that kind of thing. And then here's the links to the practice problems and the link to the textbook. So if you want, you can go ahead and start working on those right away. You can check it out and see how they look. Up here is the link to the YouTube channel where I'll put all my videos. You can email me here. You can make an appointment, one-on-one conversation from 2 to 3 every single day. And then we are going to use the same Zoom link for all of our classes. So you just go ahead and click there and you'll be able to get in. Obviously, all this stuff is feeling pretty overwhelming. Let me see if I can tell you this one last thing. I really am so excited that you're in class, and I want you to have a good experience this year, and I will see you very soon.